So double click it, and Vegas is always going to open the last file you were working on. So if you've never touched Vegas before, it'll do what it'll look like here in a second. If you've been working on a project previously, it's going to open that previous project. Okay? So open up Vegas. This will usually pop up and it'll tell you, hey, we've upgraded to a new Vegas, upgrade now, da da da. So just click close. I wish you could click don't show this message again and it won't come up again, and then click close. So here's some of the things that I want to show you with Vegas. Vegas is super, super, super user friendly. So once you get, I always start kids off on Vegas for that reason, and then those that, you know, get the hang of this, I'll let kind of move on to Premiere. Premiere just has a lot of extra options and a lot of extra icons, which can be overwhelming for some. Know that Vegas is 100% customizable, so you can move the windows, which I don't recommend, but the windows are movable. They're called panes. You can click here and resize things. Whoops, things like that. Okay, so up here is this area right here is going to be your preview window. So any files that you have on your timeline, that's what's going to be down here. Any files you have on your timeline, as you play, will play here. Any files that you've uploaded to Vegas will be here. So all of the computers are dual screen. You do not have to get on the same computer, because again, you'll save all of your stuff to a shared drive. So no matter which computer you are on that day, it will, and I'm going to pull because hey Jolie, can I use some of y'all's footage as test? Do y'all mind? I'll use my Bear TV Kids stuff.
Okay.
Save yours as a surprise. Okay, so yours, all of the screens are dual screen. I always tell kids, and it's kind of personal preference, I would strongly recommend putting Vegas on the big screen and opening your folder on the small screen, just because it's going to help you see everything. So if you don't know how, you can grab the top and move your folder whichever side. Some of the technology's got some of them wired kind of wonky, so some of them you might have to go to the left, some of them you might have to go to the right, but they'll scroll one way or the other. So like I said, I would put Vegas on the big screen, put your folder and any internet browser you open on the small screen. So you're going to go to, yours will say student share, and you're going to go to Montgomery High School, and then you're going to go to students, and then you should have a folder that says Bear TV. So you're going to click that, and you guys will have these two folders only showing on your screen. This one has got a boatload. I mean, this is from like 5, 6, 7 years ago. I've not touched it or cleaned it out. So there's a ton of music and sound effects on here. These are all copywritten though, just heads up. All of your files will be saved to this principals folder. And then I will have, within that folder will be more folders that will be separated out according to your project. So right now you're working on top 10s. So there's a top 10. So there's the first one. I've already got a group that's been out filming. So when you go out to film, you will bring your camera to me. I have stickies, and you're going to put somebody's name on the sticky note. That's going to indicate what folder all the files will get dropped into. Okay, so just know whoever's name is on this sticky, that's the folder it's going to be in. So these are all your folders, okay? So I said that I wasn't going to cheat and use Jolie's, so I'll use my Bear TV stuff. Let me see. Let's see. We'll go with this. Okay, so if you're not careful and you double click, it's going to open the video file. So again, remember when I told you to move the folder to the small screen? I'm just gonna move it over to the side for now because I can't duplicate my screen and still be able to see and explain this. So you're gonna highlight all of your files, and you're gonna grab it and you're gonna drag and drop. And Vegas will say, ooh, I'm thinking. And you can drop it in one of two places. You can drop it down here, and each clip is gonna come like a box. So you can drop it here, or you can drop it up here. And again, it's personal preference. I always find it easier to drop it straight to my timeline. The first time you drop files, you're gonna get this little box, and it's gonna say, do you wanna set your video project up to match this media setting? Always put yes, okay? If you want to, you can check this little box, and then you don't have to do that again, okay? So there's your media, okay? There's your video files from when you went out to film. You can click on this, and then, okay, space bar starts and stops. So this little line that moves when I click, see what I'm talking about? That's called your timer. So if you go to the front and you click and I hit space bar, watch what happens. See how the timer moves across? And then I hit stop again, or I hit space bar again, it's gonna stop and go back to where it started. So the timer is gonna go across your timeline, and everything it passes is what you'll see right here in this window, in your preview window. Bless you. So your timeline is always gonna go video, audio, and it's gonna keep going down, just like that. So each of these are what's called tracks. So whatever is on top is gonna basically trump everything that's underneath. So I'm gonna click on some of these and delete them, so you can click and delete. But look, so they're gone from here, but it'll always still be here. Do not delete things from up here, from your Project Media folder, or the Project Media window, okay? You can delete from here, but do not delete from here, okay? Let's see, to zoom in, if you use your mouse, the little rolly thing, huh?
It's called a scroll wheel.
Okay, whatever it's called, the scroll thing. If you use that, if you go up, see what happens? It makes it bigger, right? It's gonna make it bigger. If you go down, it's gonna make it smaller. So I'm gonna go like this. The other thing I always pre-warn kids is, so you have this clip, right? So say you start it, and say you only want where it starts, like right on the number. You can use your arrows, your left arrow and your right arrow on your keyboard, and you can go frame by frame. You can go frame by frame on your, they zoomed on this clip, so it's not, probably not the best example. Let me get a different one. Oh, there we go. So you can go frame by frame to figure out where you want to start, whatever. So I always tell kids, when you figure out what to start, you're going to hit S for split. And that now makes your clip two separate clips. Okay? Make sense? Okay. If you go through and you're like, ooh, I didn't mean to clip it right there. I need it a little more to the left. So if you grab, see how the arrow, see how I have an arrow down here? This is an arrow. If I go to the edge of this little clip, it's gonna change to a box with the arrow. So I can grab that and drag it and bring it back. So whatever you delete, I'll go back to, whatever you delete, you can always fix and, if you will, undo. Does that make sense? If you scroll too far, I always show kids this as well. Do you see this little divot right here? Let me scroll a little bit more. I call this a divot, but you see this little triangle here and here? Right here? With text, it doesn't overly matter, but with video and audio clips, you want to make sure that you don't have that in any of your clips. What that does is your clip starts here and it ends here. So basically, this is the back end of this clip, and then it just starts over where the little divot is. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure, oh, I'm glad I did that too by accident. So you want to make sure that you don't have the little divot. This happens all the time. What this is for, I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea, but it's super annoying. It usually happens when you accidentally double click on the end of a clip. Okay? So to fix that, you just go back to the clip, like to make it go away. You just go back to the clip and double click on it again. And then it goes away and it goes back to normal.